Angie Asimus from 7 News and will be your MC for this morning's official farewell to the walkers. The team of 12 will tackle 1,600 kilometres from one side of the state to the other, facing 33 days of dust and cold weather. To tell you why they're embarking on such a challenging mission, I'd like to invite one of the Wandering Warriors, Alan Bowen, OAM, to say a few words about the very worthwhile cause they're supporting.
Thanks, Angie. Lord Mayor Graham Quirk, Deputy Commissioner of DVA Queensland, Alison Stanley, representing the Commander of Special Operations, Russell Mandela, Colonel Russell Mandela, representing the Commander of the 1st Division, Colonel Gavin Duncan, DSC, representing Commander of 7th Brigade, Major Graham Palmer, Mr John Dwyer, AM, Chairman of Project Excalibur, Mr Jim Shapcott, Founder and President of Wounded Heroes, Professor Adam Scott, Founder and Chairman of the White Cloud Foundation, Mr Keith Long, President, Australian Commando Association, Queensland, Mr George Beale, Queensland representative of Soldier On, and one of our wounded veterans, Curtis McGrath. Family and friends, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming along to farewell us this morning and wish us all the best on our venture. So who are we? Apart from being the old and the bold, the ruthless and toothless, and the bugger generally, we're a group of veterans all in our own right who have made their own footprints in the sand. But our footprints don't compare with the footprints of today's soldiers. Today's soldiers are being wounded and killed in Afghanistan. To date, we've had 40 soldiers killed and 252 wounded. Now, they are the physical wounds that we can see. The amputations, the fractures, the gunshot wounds. It doesn't take into account the mental wounds that are still to come. So we have started the organisation called Wandering Warriors. A group of concerned veterans who want to do more for our younger veterans than was done for them. We believe that there are sufficient organisations out there now that are helping veterans that can't afford to help them the way they want to. So our job is to raise the money and secure ongoing funding to support our charity partners who will have direct contact with the wounded soldiers. We believe that the Department of Defence and DVA do an outstanding job with our soldiers or our wounded veterans. We believe they are world leaders. But we also believe there is a need for an extra dimension of medical care that we can provide. One that is not constrained by budget and one that is not constrained by entitlements. So to do this, we're starting today with a walk from here to Birdsville. It's probably hard to be a challenge for most of the regiment guys. We like a bit of adventure. It's one of our adventure activities that we're really looking forward to, and I'm quite sure we'll all enjoy it. If I can encourage you to donate to this great cause, a few in my top pocket here, but I will put it in the bin. Jump on our website, www.wanderingwarriors.org. There is a donate page on there, so don't be scared to donate, dare to donate. Thank you.
I'd now like to welcome Lord Mayor Graham Quirk to officially launch the Mega Walk with a special presentation.
Thank you very much indeed, Angie. Ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge the traditional custodians and to our Wandering Warriors. I want to perhaps start with acknowledging some of those. And of course, Alan, you outlined to us what the trek's about, but also to acknowledge Sam and Alora, to Mick Donaldson, to Nicole Donaldson, to John Mungo McCabe, to Audie Muldray and to Glad Muldray. And I'm not sure if there's anybody else out there, but I think that's the full complement leaving from here on what will be a 33-day, 1,600 kilometre trek to Birdsville. And I believe that you will be arriving there in time for the Birdsville races. I will just give you one piece of advice. You will be thirsty by the time you arrive in Birdsville. If you are 1 day late, from what I hear of the Birdsville race meeting, you will be dry when you get there. You will be dry after you leave because they get stuck into it out there, so make sure you're there in time for a coldie. I want to acknowledge a number of other people here this morning. Of course, we have Colonel Gavin Duncan, a DSC representing Commander 1st Division, to Colonel Russell Madalena representing SOHQ, to Major Graham Palmer representing Commander 7th Brigade, to Alison Stanley, the Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Veterans Affairs Queensland, to Quinton Masson, CEO of Wandering Warriors, Alan Bowen, of course, I've mentioned as the OAM CFO and Event Manager, to John Dwyer, Chairman of Project Excalibur, to Jim Shapcott, Founder and President of Wounded Heroes, Professor Adam Scott, Founder and Chairman of White Cloud Foundation, to Mr Keith Long, RFD, President of the Australian Commando Association Queensland, to George Bale, Queensland representative of Soldier On, and to other distinguished guests like Ian Healy, I've noticed here in support today as well, and to all of you ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being a part of it. Well, it's going to be an exciting trek and a great cause at that. The fact that this organisation doesn't of itself raise money for its own purposes, but rather for the distribution to other organisations, I think speaks volumes for what the guys and gals undertaking this walk is all about. So to the various organisations that will be beneficiaries, we say thank you to you for what you're doing to make sure that the lives of our returned servicemen and women are taken care of. It has been a fact of life that I guess there's been a lot of focus on the lives lost, the 39 lives that we've lost in Afghanistan since Operation Slipper began so many years ago. But the reality is also that there have been some 251 ADF members that have been wounded in Afghanistan, and I guess this is the purpose of this walk is largely to about the lives of those returned servicemen and women and their families to make sure that they are looked after, suffering from a range of issues associated with the great work that our Defence Forces do overseas. So ladies and gentlemen, I just today want to congratulate the Warriors, to wish them well in their adventure. I think there'll be a yarn or two told along the way. They will probably get bigger and longer as that track to Birdsville gets closer. But to all of you, congratulations and thank you. And I'd now like to call on Alan Bowen, because Alan, I have a letter here for you to present to the Mayor of Diamantina, Mayor Jeff Morton. So if you would, Alan, it's a letter asking that every courtesy be extended to the Warriors, and if you could present that to the Mayor on my behalf, I'd be very grateful. Congratulations and good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. And that concludes the official proceedings. It's now time for the team of walkers to prepare for their departure, and now everyone is invited to farewell the Wandering Warriors as they begin their journey.